Welcome back to Comfy Chair Gaming. My name is Chris, and this is my 7 Days to Die tutorial or basic walkthrough series. First episode, we went through a quick little recap. First episode, we went through the basic game setup and completion of the opening quest. Episode 2, we did the perks and skills. Episode 3 was trader compound search and then talking to the trader. Episode 4, taking a job from the trader. Episode 5 was combat, fisticuffs, melees, pistols, various weapons, and assorted things. I might have gone a little overboard on that one. I do apologize. This one, we're going to go through some basic items. We're going to do some healing, some food, water, airdrops, if I can find one, which shouldn't be too big of an issue. Now, as you can see, if I go into my inventory so I can get my cursor to move around freely, we have some items over here that are kind of, what does all this mean? So, if you want to know your status on your character, you click on character, little Santa Claus looking dude over here. And then in the status effects, it'll show you everything that you have that is working for or against you. So in this case, I'm very hungry. On the very bottom down here, this is my toolbar. This is my XP bar. On the green one right here, this is my food. So as you can see, this whole thing right here, not looking good. So I'm pretty hungry. My water one is right next to it. It's blue. Blue is water. So I have an abrasion. That's this guy right here for another 25 seconds. A mild infection for 5.7 and still rising. I'm thirsty, I have a broken leg, and I'm very hungry. So, in order for me to fix these things, the abrasion, I can wait 13 seconds and it'll go down. But, yeah. So, we're going to do a very brief rundown on certain things. So, the bandage, something you can craft by using cotton, or you can find it very easily throughout the world. It's not that difficult to find. Bandages do not do anything for you as far as giving you health back, but it will stop bleeding. That's like the only thing you have. So if it's the only thing you have on you and you start bleeding out, slap a bandage on it, right as rain, just don't get hit again. First aid bandage. It's going to give you back 30 health, stop your bleeding, and it's going to give you an abrasion healing speed. So the abrasion I just had it been farther down the line and I didn't want to wait for it and I had one of these, could have slapped that on there and it would have greatly made that faster or heal faster. First aid kit, creme de la creme, 180 health. Abrasion healing speed, 400%. It's going to stop your bleeding 100%. And suture laceration, 100%. I don't have a suture, otherwise I would show you what that icon looks like. My leg is broken, so I can put a splint on it. It heals a broken leg or arm, but does not protect against further injury. Use a secondary action to treat another player. So if I have it in my toolbox right here, and I pull up to next somebody else, I think it's right mouse click or left trigger on controller to heal another player, use it on them. So if I were to use that, yes, it would splint my broken leg, but it would take a while for it to still heal. And since I want to use a plaster cast, it'll heal a broken arm or leg quicker than a splint, but does not protect against further injury, use a secondary action to treat another player. So if I were to use the cast, it's still going to go faster, so I can select it in the inventory with a left mouse button, or with Y on a controller, and to use it on a controller, you're going to hit the D-pad left. Boom. 22 minutes on my leg. I think you can re-break it, so if you run around too much with it, or if you jump off of a higher building, you can possibly re-break your leg. Don't do that. We're going to keep the splint on standby just because. So I got some food issues going on right now. I have a lot of food things that we can select from. I have an infection, and this guy right here, this death XP penalty protection. There is no XP penalty on death as long as this is here. This only sticks around until level 6. So your heat, your cold, you don't lose any XP when you die. That's all protected until you get to level 6. So right now we are 103. When we hit 106, that goes away. So that's something to keep in mind for further playing. I have this helmet on because it's got a light mod on there so everybody can see what's going on. So if we hop over to the water and the tea. Murky water. 10% water. Stamina regen 15%, but there's a 12% chance you can get dysentery. So let's use that. Oh, it didn't give it to me. When you use something like a water or a tea or a murky water or even a hold on, let me get that good water. Gonna keep drinking it until we get it. There it is. Okay. So, got the Doodle Butt. Doodle Butt's bad. That means I am at 30% or 29.8% dysentery. If I go into my over here, click on my little character thing again, dysentery, 29%. What does that do for me? You feel sick to your stomach and have diarrhea. Goldenrod tea may help. So diarrhea periodically reduces. Water, 7.5%. Food, 2.5%. All water and food consumed beyond the regular cap is lost. So you want to get rid of this as quick as possible because your stamina goes down, your health goes down. It's just bad juju all around. Drink goldenrod tea. It didn't really do much for it, but it is going to go down a little bit quicker, as you can kind of tell. Drink more of that. I think it should go down faster. Boiled water just gives you water. Stamina regen does not cure dysentery. The red tea, 24 water. Stamina regen 15. Efficient digestion plus 15. And duration is 4 minutes. I'm just going to slug that down because why not? My bar down here is completely full of blue, so my water is fine. So the pure mineral water, my favorite water, I call it my goo water. So water, 60. So if you're really in dire straits and you find one of these things, you are right as rain because you also get 15% stamina regen. It'll cure dysentery by 20% and effective digestion plus 15 and a duration for 5 whole minutes. So we're going to slug that down also. So I got 8 minutes of effective digestion. Where are you at? Yeah, effective digestion. Exertion will not make you hungry and thirsty as quickly. Food and water cost of regeneration stamina is negative 15%. We still have a lot of stuff over here though. Moving on to my infection. Actually, we'll go to coffee. So the coffee, stamina regen 20%, water is 24, cold resistance is 5, and duration is 3 minutes. That's awesome because if you're living in the colder biome, you're going to need to have warmth the beginning parts of the game. Blackstrap coffee, water 24%, stamina regen is 25%, cold resist is 10, and duration 6 minutes. So we have a bunch of different meat types and rotting types. We'll come back to that in a minute. The empty water jar, we don't need that right now. We don't need the splint anymore. That can go. Alright, so for our infection, sorry, forgot to back up to this one. So I'm going to use the first aid bandage. It's going to make our health go up a bit. Then I'm going to use the first aid kit. It's going to make it go up even farther. I would use the bandage, but it doesn't give me any health and it'd be really wasteful, so we're going to just do that. As for our infection, moving on to the jar of honey, it's going to give you 8 food, 2 health, max stamina bonus, nope. But it's going to cure the infection by 5%. Right now, my infection is at 7.3, so if I were to use this, I would be 2.3. Sorry, I did math. Yeah, it'd be 2.3 more than what we needed. Herbal antibiotics will only cure infection by 10%. Does not give you a health boost, doesn't give you anything else. And then the regular antibiotics is going to cure 25% of your infection. So I could use this one. And now you're going to have this new icon right here. Where did you go? So it says treated mild infection, 7.3%. If you have like the little thing with the little icon right there, it means it's treated. So my dude's still starving, so we're going to rectify that. The rotting flesh. It's going to give you 1 food, negative 3 health, no max stamina bonus, and it's got a 12% dysentery. If you have to eat this and there's no other option for you, you can eat it. But for now, we've already got the doo-doo butt, not going to eat it. Regular raw meat is going to be food, 2, health -1, no stamina bonus, and dysentery 12%. Doesn't do anything for us. We don't need to do it because we have the charred meat, which is also 10 food, 5 health, -5 water, but we're going to be up, we're going to be up 10 on health, which is good until you're thirsty. Our water is full, so we can eat that. Not a problem. Again, one thing to keep in mind, though, is how much water you have. If you're already ridiculously thirsty and you eat that, your health is going to start going down if you drink it because now you're like dying from thirst, basically. Grilled meat. Got 10 food, 5 health, 10 stamina bonus. Good deal. Gonna chomp that down. Now if you see over here, all of these things that came up here, our leg is at 15 minutes. Drink, it's at 1, 2, it's gonna count down. This is how much water it's giving you, and it's gonna have the same thing for the food too. It's gonna be giving you 3, 2, 1. When it gets down to 0, obviously it's gonna stop giving you the stuff. Dysentery medication is still working. Treated dysentery is gonna be the difference between the two of those. If this is higher than that one, you're going to be good to go. If this is lower than that one, you're going to need to find some other medication. Effective digestion, 5 minutes. So basically we could eat almost anything, and it's going to mitigate the chance of getting dysentery by a little bit. Antibiotic medicine, which can be treating our infection. Those two go hand in hand. Same thing. 9% left on that one. 6.3. We're good to go. The max stamina bonus for 6 minutes means we can run around and our stamina is going to go up significantly faster if we were just walking around. So the boiled meat, it's going to give you food 10, health 15, water also is plus 10, and then a max stamina bonus of 10. So this is also going to give you water as well, mostly because it's, boiled meat, so there's water in there. Put those over there, don't need them. Baked potato. This is one of the things you can find just in the ground in the world. You'll find it pretty much anywhere. It's going to give you a 10 food, 5 health, minus 5 water, and a 10 max stamina bonus. So you're good to go on that one as far as stamina. Again, watch your water when you're going to eat something like this because it could drain it pretty fast. Boiled egg. Food 5, health 2, no stamina bonus, dysentery 0. Which I find interesting because it's a raw egg. Maybe salmonella? So, boiled egg. It's going to go 10 health, or 10 food, 5 health, 10 max stamina bonus. I'm going to eat that. Nom nom nom. Actually, I'm going to eat this too. I may not need the water that comes from that, but I definitely need the food. So, bacon and eggs. This is the one thing that you're going to come to first after you put the perk into Master Chef. It's going to unlock Master Chef's perk 1 unlocks all of your teas and your bacon and eggs. This is like an early game king food. You got 36 food, 18 health, and a max stamina bonus of 10. So that's something you really want to be looking out for or try to make. You can also find the schematic to make that if you don't have the point for it. Anyways, that is a very basic rundown of all of the food types that you're going to find early game or throughout the world and how they help you. I hope you found this video helpful, and in the next one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet because I haven't thought that far ahead. But I will see you in the next one.